right? And it's so powerful and it's so beautiful.
It's a suck machine?
It's beyond that. It's my girlfriend.
How much does it
Her name is
How much did it cost?
They're not. I went online and I bought like 4. You know what happens is
You break them.
next to the breakup, they always discontinue things, and in my mind I'm like, I got, you know what I mean? As if it's like,
It goes out of season at some
yeah,
point.
yeah, like they're never gonna make it. Let's say it's like those breakfast carnation bars in the 70s and 80s that I loved, and they don't make them anymore. So I'm afraid that they're gonna
Discontinue
them. Yeah, yeah.
I get that.
I showed McCone my collection.
Did you like it, McCone?
I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
I don't know. Oh my god, dude. It's so good, dude.
Try to add on.
Yeah, yeah. He's been very, also he snaps on me now, McCone. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he gets a little attitude.
No, even when I'm running into him at the comedy store, he'll snap.
What does he say?
And so now I know that underneath there's a resentment, and he won't tell me what the resentment is because I don't want it to get out of control. You know what happens when that happens.
No, yeah, and I apologize for that. I
So
think
what do you remember what the snap was about?
I remember exactly what it was.
Okay.
I took a picture of your busted lip, and then you said, "Let me see it," and then I said, "It's film." And then you got mad.
Oh, but that's not how we said it. Can I tell you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see it. He goes, "It's film." And I go, "Whoa, dude! I just said it's film. Like, what's the fucking anger about?"
I was just texting Leanne. I said, you got to give my boy the back bunk.
That's what she said.
In a show with Bert, call you in a few.
Okay.
Probably going to discuss. We'll have to discuss the deal terms, though, but I will act as your attorney for this.
Thank you.
Look, I just think that given my client's trauma,
Yeah.
I just believe it's safer and better for everybody, including psychosounds,
Yeah.
to have you removed from his area.
No, I want to see sci-fi, and I want to see about him. He's a very funny guy.
He's great.
He's dynamic. He also DJs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the whole thing, and he really is a nice guy. In fact, I think he was too high, and in the morning, before I got shipped off to the makeshift hospital, the Chinese man, he was like very apologetic. He was like, I was super high. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Well, that's nice.
And so I was just, as a joke, putting him on blast.
But it worked, yeah.
But it's just as a joke, and he's a nice guy. He's a bright future. I'll never do anything with him.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm sure he'll pave his way. Yeah.
He'll pave his way.
I don't know. I guess so.
Can't we only hope?
I hope so. I hope he has all the fucking equipment to do that.
To physically pave? Like you mean like road work stuff?
Yeah, his limited days in comedy is over. No, I'm kidding. No, he's very funny. And I just met him. He's a super nice guy. He was just super high, and it was like a...
Yeah, it was a moment.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny who, when I was in pain, it's like, who called me? You did, a lot?
Yeah, what the fuck?
And you were in Scotland.
I called you from Scotland.
Right.
Hold on, Leanne's
Right.
calling right now.
Okay, good.
Let's discuss.
Okay.
But I do want to hear who called you.
Okay.
Hi.
Mister, what's up?
Hey, you're on Bad Friends with me and Bobby, so don't say anything that you usually say. Don't say crazy shit like you usually do, okay? We have to be good with our audience, and I know that you're known to just say wild shit. I noticed that my client, Robert Lee, is injured from your tour.
Yes.
You know I'm attorney at law, and I'm not going to take legal action, but I am going to I'm going to fight for my client.
Okay.
And
You mean the operator error that happened when getting out of his own bunk?
oh wait, it was my client's fault.
Yeah, it was operator error.
Okay. My client tells me that the gap between his bunk and the next bunk was significantly larger than normal buses. Is this not true?
I think it's about length of arm, maybe.
Length of arm. Okay.
Yeah.
Length of arm.
But you know that about the client, how his arms are not
You know,
human
all
arms.
my client's arms are very much smaller than normal human arms. You are aware of that.
I am now.
Yeah.
Well, moving forward, so let's put him on a bottom bunk if you don't mind, please.
I can do that. I can make that happen for him.
Fair enough. You will see no legal ramifications for this. I really appreciate you, and have a wonderful day.
Nice. I can't wait to have it back.
We love
Thank
you.
for coming too.
Me too. I know. I miss you guys, and I'm sending him on behalf of me. So I love you guys. Have fun. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
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 She's
Bye.
the best. She's the best.
Number fucking one.
She's number one. She's too good for him.
For Bert?
Yeah.
No. What are you fucking
Oh,
talking?
but he's good too. He's really good too.
Who
No,
else?
but you see her and you go, wow, I get it.
Every guy that's with a woman that like that is always going to be worse than the woman. Like they're always out kicking their coat.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up with someone who's
Like your wife is way better than you.
Yeah, you're gonna be with someone who's way better than you. That's how it goes. Look at Fancy. Look at Fancy.
Above his league.
His wife is stunning.
Stunning. Yeah.
Look at
That's it.
that's it in the room.
That's
yeah,
it in
that's
the
all.
room.
That's
That's
it.
in the room.
And McCone, he outkicks his coverage. I mean, so does Carlos.
You see anybody, McCone?
Not currently.
Yeah. How about you, Carl?
You just call him Carl?
Yeah. It feels better, right?
Carl, are you not hooking up with anybody right now, or dating, or anything?
I hooked up with someone last week. I don't think it'll last. I'm talking to a couple girls right now. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Nothing fun. It doesn't sound fun. You sound a little low today.
I'm not like super into it. I'm not like crushing or anything like that.
Well, the summer's coming. Don't you want to be a little free summer boy?
Like a white boy summer.
Yeah, don't you want to have a little white boy summer?
Kind of, but I'm just more hanging out.
He seems low.
I can't wait until you find. There will be one woman that he's gonna go. That's it.
Or man, that doesn't. I mean,
Yeah. What else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Well, it could. Could it not be a guy?
It could be a really handsome, like, cool guy.
No. Honestly,
See?
can you see yourself marrying a guy? Be real.
No,
Marrying a
no,
guy?
Yeah,
that's illegal, isn't it?
Yeah. In some places, I think.
No, I wouldn't marry a man.
But
There are guys like Henry Cavill that, like, if you
Like, so if if Superman, Henry Cavill, goes, hey, let's get married, would you marry him?
Yes,
Why?
because he's so handsome.
All right, so that's and the rest of your life.
Oh, and you wouldn't,
Henry Cavill.
or Tom Hardy, or Austin Butler.
I would fuck one time. For the story. For the story.
You would marry.
No, I wouldn't. 100% no.
I would marry.
Okay, good. What's so funny?
What do you mean? You would definitely marry.
No, I wouldn't. Shut up. No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
I would not marry.
Security.
I have security.
Well, you love the fame. You would love the fame.
Not as famous as you.
You would love the fame.
You're famous.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. And would I marry you? No.
Yes, you would.
No, what? Fucking nah.
If I set it up right.
What?
If I set it up right.
Operation?
Yeah.
No, because you know what it is? Once you smile, whenever I'm sorry, once you smile, you would erupt in laughter. And we wouldn't be able to fit it. It would be too funny.
Who else called you while you were hurt, by the way?
Oh, here we go.
Because I
So-
called you from around the fucking
World, yeah. So you called, obviously the people from, you know what I mean, the tour called.
right.
You know, people that were close to me, like my manager and stuff, right? But no one else from this side of my business.
Really?
Yeah.
None of these
Did
people.
you call?
I texted you.
You never called though.
Because you never pick up my call, so I texted you.
In this, when it comes to lifetime injuries
Yeah,
and it's severe things, you call.
it's a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't reply because this is a call time. That's call only.
That's
Injury call.
Yeah, injury call, dude.
You don't text.
I didn't want to.
Nothing from Carl.
Carl, you had nothing?
Nothing from Carl.
I don't want to bother Bob.
He's
You call him Bob.
I always
Yeah.
call you Bob. I'll
Yeah.
let you know.
Yeah. You call Andy.
no, you don't.
Yeah.
I've never said
You don't call Andy.
No.
Yeah.
Big
You hate Andy, right?
yeah, it's so gross.
But why? Because we're so close now. Can I please be the one guy to call you Andy?
No, I'd rather you make up a nickname for me.
No, I want to call you Andy.
Make up a nickname.
And? No. Yeah. Angie? Can I call you
It
Angie?
doesn't have to be derivative of my name. It can be anything.
Yeah.
Like you're my dumpling, my noodle. I call you all sorts of stuff.
Hot link.
Hot link?
Yeah. Hot
Okay.
link.
Yeah, I'll be your hot link.
Yeah.
Or a red hot.
HT, hot link. I don't know. I'm gonna call you Andy.
HT.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you hot link. I know I'm Andy. I'm gonna call you Andy.
No.
Please! I want to be the one guy on earth. That'd be cool. And then people are like, I can call him that. No, this is reserved for me. Let me have the one thing with you.
Make it cute though. Make
No,
it
Andy's so cool. Look at fucking
piglet. Call me your little piglet.
That's better.
Yeah, I'm a little piglet.
But what is your thing with Andy? It just sounds too childlike, or
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like a kid.
yeah, people. You call me Bob. I don't like that. I let you do it.
I don't often call you Bob.
You have though, and I don't correct you.
Well, then I won't anymore.
Okay.
Deal.
But that's how offensive Andy is then.
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just this weird. I just don't. It's not my name.
Okay.
A nickname would make more sense for me than that.
Okay. And Carl, you don't like that.
No, it's like
No, you are Carl though.
You are a Carl.
I don't like it.
I like it.
Yeah. Can we do Carl?
100%.
Yeah.
It's already changed.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy that I know that calls me, because of Cheeto, he calls me cheese, and I don't like it, but I do like it.
Is he black?
If a black guy calls you anything,
Yeah.
it's gonna sound cooler than if a white guy says it.
Right, because I have black comics call me Chan.
Love that.
What's up, Chan?
Like Jackie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the other day I saw a post, Chrissy D. Right, they're doing a baby poll about like what's cuter, black babies or Asian babies.
Right.
And Miss Pat was the guest, and she goes to her assistant, "Hey, you're not Chinese guy? I do this podcast sometimes." He doesn't even know she doesn't even know my name.
I know that. Yeah.
And she's done my podcast so many times. That's okay because it's just on brand almost.
Yeah.
But if anybody else did that, I'd be so mad that they forgot my name.
She said all them Chinese babies look like Bobby Lee.
Yeah, that's Bobby Lee. That's Bobby Lee. That's Bobby Lee. She said very funny.
But it's true. Rick picked a bunch of Asian babies, and she's right.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's collective.
Yeah, but the argument is,
Which black baby's cuter, black babies or Chinese babies?
yeah, what is, do you think?
Black baby, it's not even close. It's not even remotely close.
Bro, look at the one in the hoodie, dude. That looks like Baby Yoda right there, dude. Dude, that right there, dude. I will bet on that baby over any black baby you find me.
I'll find you.
Look at that baby, dude. Look at that.
That's what they usually look like.
Yeah.
Storing up for
Not cute, though?
Just give me black babies.
Yeah, cute baby, black baby, let's see.
Not even close. Look at the first one. Click on the fucking first one. That's a 26-year-old guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Look at how good looking that kid is.
Yeah.
He's a baby.
He wrote a book already.
He wrote. He's on tour right now with Matt Rife. Him and Matt Rife are opening stadiums.
Wow.
Come
Okay,
on.
oh my God, cute.
Little Black Baby's #1.
Yeah.
#1, dude.
And then also when they have attitude, I love it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mister, I don't know you. You know what I mean? When they do that, I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? And then it's like, you're 2.
Yeah.
How do you know that attitude?
Amazing.
I love it, dude. And the Chinese one, they don't have. They don't know. Right? Do they? They don't know, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Chinese babies.
You know, I saw this one Asian baby. She was so in touch. She's probably 6 years old. In touch with her feelings. She was basically, Mom, I just want to let you know that, you're the greatest, and, you know what I mean? Feel your heart.
Cute.
Right? And just live in the moment. Like, all these I was like, yeah. At 6, dude, I didn't even know the English language.
No. Yeah. You're still
I
behind.
got the, you know what I mean? Eating my burger. I mean, like, and then there are these kids that are like, they had full sentences, and they're very mindful.
They're emotionally developed.
And develop.
It's weird.
Like, you weren't like that, like 6.
Lunatic.
If I asked you at 6 years old, like, how do you feel about life now?
I was
So far.
I was at 6.
Yeah, you be a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's what. How do you feel about life so far? Yeah, no, me too. Yeah.
I got a toy.
Toy. Yeah. Yeah.
My dad's got
A file.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I put you on file.
Break, toy, break.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Ruin, break, destroy.
When did I even learn to even put a thought together? Probably 12.
Mid-20s.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like a real thought.
Maybe in my...
Like, why am I here?
Well, that one is...
Yeah, that one, yeah.
That'll get me.
Yeah.
Maybe teens I started to think about stuff. Before I was a teenager, I didn't think about shit. You're just living.
Yeah.
You're just kind of going about your shit.
I remember when I thought, why am I here? And I know the guy's name. I was at Painted Rock Elementary School. We were playing softball, right? I was running from first base to second base. And, you know what I mean? Kicked me in the nutsack.
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't like that.
And I fell to the ground. And I remember it was so much pain. And I remember also thinking, wow, my nuts are so small, he hit it right on. So he was a sniper, right? And I remember going, why am I here?
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Like, what's the point of this? This is ridiculous. What's that?
That's Painted Rock.
Yeah, I live literally 5 minutes from there. Painted Rock. That's amazing that they have that on the internet.
Oh, it's everything. Yeah.
They have everything. Yeah. You forget. I guess sometimes when I go to Poway, I'll drive by my house.
You drive by your old place?
Yeah. I drive by it, and it instantly puts me back.
What do you smell something? What is it? What's the take? What's the moment that brings you back? Like, what's the thought or what's the emotion?
I think of my dad. I think, mainly.
Like the way your dad talked or sounded.
Yeah, I mean, because I talk about my life as it was kind of grim, but there were pockets of joy. And there were pockets of good, memories with him, and my mom.
What was your best memory with your dad?
My mom would yell at him like, "You don't ever do take him to no nothing."
You don't ever take him to nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, he was not one of those guys that's like, let's go to the ball game, or, you know what I mean?
Well, you don't...
Let me teach you how to do this.
Yeah.
So one day, he didn't know what to do, so he just put me in his car, and he didn't know where to go. So he's just kind of driving around, and I just knew this as a kid, instinctually. I go, this fool doesn't even know where to go. Because we're supposed to be on Father's Sunday, you know what I mean? And he just went to some, generic park with a bench. And he goes, I guess, your family come here.
Yeah.
Right? We get out, and we just sit on this bench, right? And I remember this because he yelled at me later because I forgot my jacket there.
Yeah.
But I remember being on and this is why. Why are you smiling?
I'm listening to a story and your dad.
So in my mind, I'm like, this is the reason why I remember this is because it was such an anomaly, right?
Yeah.
And I sat there, we didn't talk, but I just remember thinking, he's trying.
It's really nice.
It was nice. But then later it's like, what are you talking? You know what I mean? And he hit me, I think, you know what I mean? But I just remember that day, though, was nice.
I like those moments.
Yeah.
Do you remember how it smelled in the house?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what I mean when you remember how a house used to smell?
It smelled like kimchi.
The whole time.
Yeah, I remember having to tell people, you know what I mean?
Hey,
get a load of this. Prepare yourself for this smell, right? And then, because my house always smelled. Now, when you're in it, and you're during the summer, you don't smell it. But then when you go to school, and then you come back, you smell like regular, you know what I mean, like classroom.
Right.
And then always when you came in, you go, oh yeah, here it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like dead whale pussy. That's what it smelled like. Dead whale pussy, yeah.
What do white people's houses smell like when you were...
I love it.
When you went to a white's house?
There's a little bit of mothballs.
Yeah.
There's a hint of mothballs. I don't know. I always smell a hint of coffee.
Yeah, well, we're always drinking coffee.
Yeah, a hint of coffee. And then it's always and I didn't know the word for it back then.
Bologna.
So,
No. Pumpkin spice.
There was always a little pumpkin spice.
Like a hint of that kind of
It's a nutmeggy,
you know what I mean? Like fall smell, which I love. There's another smell that you use, because I'm kind of sewer white smells. I don't know if you know that.
No,
I've been in many white houses.
Big with the whites.
I've spent the night there, you know what I mean? And there's a little bit of leather.
Yeah.
And you know where the leather's from? A baseball mitt, usually.
We leave those around the house.
Do you really?
I have one in every room.
Yes.
This episode is brought to you by Tinder. The best travel companion this summer is Tinder's passport mode. Wherever you are in the world, it'll help you connect locally with people and set a date to see the area through their eyes. Whether you're touring the Big Apple, eating your way through Italy, exploring new cities or new connections, using Tinder Passport only adds to the adventure. There's so much to discover. Explore all the possibilities for yourself. Tinder, it starts to swipe. Download Tinder today.
When you get a Volvo, you get more than just a car. You get My Volvo Experience. Get access to a team of Volvo certified technicians with Volvo's complimentary factory scheduled maintenance program to help keep your car running like new. Plus, easily book your annual service right on time through the Volvo Cars app, helping you worry less and live more. Tap the banner to learn more. Please contact your local Volvo authorized retailer to learn more about their pickup and delivery options.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to me talk, you're probably also driving, cleaning, exercising, or maybe even grocery shopping. But if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else you can be doing right now. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy, and you could save money by doing it right from your phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and more. So just like your favorite podcast, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. Multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
I always smell that, and I always talk about it. Well, when I did NACA,
The
college thing.
Yeah.
One night I was in Indiana, and they're like, you have to spend the night at these old people's house in the attic for one night, and then you kind of take the Greyhound bus to the next thing.
Right.
So I remember, and they're like, lights out at 9, right? And it's the dead of winter, and it's cold as fuck. And they gave me a thin, one that they fucking knitted. One of those blankets. So it's like itchy.
Yeah.
So I'm in this attic like this, creaking, right? And I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna sleep. There's fucking no way I'm gonna sleep, right? But I remember going, let's analyze the smells.
What's in there?
All the things I told you about.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm an expert.
Leather.
Yeah.
Leather stands out.
Are you an expert of smells in people's houses?
No, but I do walk into some people's houses. I do not like the way it smells sometimes.
Yeah, okay, so let's say I'm Armenian. What would you smell?
I'm not coming over.
Really?
No.
Not even to play chess?
No, of course I'm coming over.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It smells like cologne. A lot of it.
Oh, a lot of it, yeah.
So much that I can't breathe. I'm stuffy. I get stuffy.
Right.
I get stuffy.
But let me ask you something, pal. Andy.
Yeah,
Andy.
go ahead.
Right. What would be the perfect smell in a house? If I walked in...
Laundry.
Mexicans.
Laundry.
Best smelling house.
Their houses always smell laundry.
Way too much, though.
Doesn't matter.
Why do they use so much? I love it. I use a lot because of them. They inspire me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I overdump. I overdump.
I smell my shit.
But that's why, because I want to smell my shirt 4 days later and it still smells like laundry.
Dude, they figure that out.
They just overuse. I think
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cultural.
Yeah. I love how they refried the bean.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, they're clever in that way.
If they're gonna fry the bean twice, they're gonna put in 2 Tide Pods. That's the
exact dude. The thinking behind it. Right.
Might as well do twice, huh? 2 times the concentration.
That bottle right there. It looks like that black people love that to drink. Right.
Y'all got anything in the fridge?
Yeah, we got Fabuloso.
Hey, we got
that just sounds like
Coca-Cola
refreshing.
Classic, orange juice, Fabuloso.
Holy, that just gives you diabetes once you drink it, I think.
Fabuloso?
Yeah.
It gives you die. You die.
You die.
Yeah, you die.
That's insane, that stuff. Yeah. So I want to talk about another thing and I don't know what to do. I'm at my last.
Your last gas?
Yeah. And there's nothing I can do. But I spent some money to interior design my house. I have brand new furniture at my house. It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like a movie, my house. But I can't sit on any of the furniture because of Ming.
What's going on?
My cat Ming decided I don't like this furniture, so I'm just gonna pee on every bit of the furniture.
Oh my god.
So she goes to every piece of furniture and just pisses on it, right? So then I go online, I go, okay, like the spray, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? The she loves it. She thinks it's like, oh, pee more. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you should pee here.
Yeah, right.
Where the spray is, right? And we went to the hospital, you know what I mean? Everything's fine, right? And I just don't know what to do, so it's just like, and I talk to Ming every night, I go, yo, dog, it's like, bro, it's like, I really do have these
What if
conversations.
you keep Ming in one of your rooms?
No, because I want my cats to be free as well.
But I mean, does she do this when you're home or when you're not home?
Usually when I'm not home.
Well, that's right. So when you're not home, keep her in a room where she learns her lesson.
Right. But then when I'm sleeping, I don't want her. No.
She won't do it.
I don't. Yeah, I can't do it.
You got to coach her through it.
Really?
Right though? I mean, you do that with dogs. You got to train the cat. The cats are smarter than dogs.
But she's 12.
She knows what she's doing.
She just started doing it.
Because she doesn't like your fucking taste. She doesn't like it.
Yeah, like, I don't like modern.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing?
She's more of a contemporary.
Oh, I see.
That's what it is.
No, I think what it is because during the construction we had so many people over.
Oh, she didn't like it.
It stresses her out.
Well, then, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. That pissed her off.
Yeah, I know. But anyway.
You spent a fortune on all that furniture. It's all fucked up.
Yeah, but still, it's still worth keeping my cat. I love her so much.
Well, yeah, I'm just not saying get rid of the cat.
Yeah. But, I do look at her and I go, why?
Why?
Yeah.
It was so nice to come home and see my dog.
Yeah, what was he like? What's she like?
Freaking out. Freaking the fuck out. Piddled a lot. She piddles a lot when she sees me. When I come home off a road trip, I have to greet her outside because she pisses everywhere. She keeps pissing. She pisses.
On you?
She pisses on everything. She just pisses.
Because she's so excited.
Yeah, she pisses. What,
Yeah.
they call it piddling or coddling or whatever.
Yeah.
But honestly, dude, she just keeps pissing. And she'll roll over on her back and I'll scratch her. She likes bellies. And she'll just be pissing in them fucking all over the place.
Inside the house.
That's why I greet her outside. Whenever I come home from a road trip,
Yeah.
like a show or tour,
Yeah.
I put my suitcases aside, I
Yeah.
open the door and I let her run out and greet me outside because she pisses everywhere.
Wow.
And it's got to be weird for someone walking by, like, look at that, that's so cute, and it's just me smiling, scratching dog, and pissing all over the place.
Wow.
She usually pisses all over my clothes when I come home.
She does.
She's excited.
She loves you so much.
It's hilarious how much she freaks out. And then she'll lay on her stomach, on her back, waiting for me to keep bellying her.
Mm.
But I don't want to keep doing it because I'm pressing on her stomach, so then she'll pee more.
That brings me to this question.
Yes, I lick it off. Or no, what is that?
Yeah, do you eat it?
Right off,
No,
yeah.
So I'm dating a vegetarian.
Oh, no. What is it? Well, what?
So now she's bringing up,
You should not eat meat.
You're such an animal lover. You know what I mean? Why can't you, apply the same thing with dogs and cats to the cows and chickens, right? And don't stop.
No, well, I know.
And she makes complete sense to me. Because, whenever I'm eating meat, you go in denial. You think it's just that.
No.
You don't know that it's a part of a living thing, right? So it's like,
But what did it look like when it was alive?
right.
Bring up a chicken.
I mean,
No, I'm serious. This is my point.
yeah. No.
I got no problem eating that. I got zero problem.
Yeah, okay, the chicken, yeah.
Chicken? Okay, fine. Just eat chicken and fish.
Right. But then what about
Cows?
cow?
I mean, look, I get the argument for cows.
You do.
Yeah, cows are cute. But
They're
chickens,
so cute. Look at that cow, dude. Oh my God, so cute.
Imagine how good that thing tastes.
I know. Pig. What about pig?
We shouldn't be eating pigs at all because they're so fucking bad for you. I mean, so shitty for you.
Right. So pig. Oh,
And also,
God, look at that.
you and I are Muslim. We shouldn't be eating.
We are so Muslim.
Well, and also they're very smart, right? Aren't pigs really intelligent?
Yeah, they are.
I could stop eating pigs and beef. I could, but chicken, it's like fuck that dumb bird. I'm eating that stupid fucking thing.
But it still have feelings.
The chicken?
Yeah.
I doubt it. You ever talk to one?
I know.
They don't. They have no
It
idea.
has to have feelings.
They-
It has to have nerves.
I don't know.
Look at that guy. Dude.
No, that's a chick, not a chicken.
Oh, so you wouldn't eat her.
I won't eat the baby.
Cute.
I'll eat the adults.
Right.
Yeah, I'll fuck up an adult.
Yeah.
I'm not eating the baby.
Can we do like an age thing?
Yeah. What?
How long do chickens live for? Generally.
Let's guess before you.
Oh, yeah.
I would say 3-4 years.
No, I would say 12.
They last a long time.
I don't know. 12 years. A free chicken.
5 to 10.
Okay. We're both wrong.
Split the difference.
Yeah. So at age 8,
Yeah, they're edible by 8. Midlife.
midlife, you know what I mean? What do you think?
I'm eating it at midlife.
Yeah. Is it as good though?
Well, you think the younger it's better. Gross, fancy,
Gross.
fucking pervert.
That's too
It's
good.
gross to even say anything.
Yeah. But have you ever thought about that or no?
I've gone veg. Vegan to me is out of control. I can't. But I've gone veg 2 times. I've tried this. I've done it for a month or two stretch, and I didn't like the way I felt. I felt really tired. So I probably needed supplemental protein that I wasn't getting, and I couldn't eat more fucking beans. I just couldn't do it. So I've tried it. I think the thing I could get away with is pescatarian. I could get away with just fish, because fish I love.
Yeah.
If I can eat shit from the sea.
It's okay to eat fish, 'cause they don't have any feeling.
It's okay to eat fish.
That song?
Because they don't have... No, that's a song?
Yeah, Nirvana.
What song is that?
Something in the way. It's okay to eat fish, 'cause they don't have any feeling. Is that the line?
Yeah, it's okay to eat fish because they don't have any feelings.
Yeah.
You know, they probably do.
That's what I'm saying. I think Kurt Cobain was being sarcastic.
Okay, what about a plant?
They don't have feeling.
How do you know that?
Because they're just like, you know what I mean?
But they have vibrations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, or like mushrooms, they're connected, they communicate.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Fungi, oh my God. Let's just, we're going to die.
What should we eat?
Soy. Does soy have feelings?
Yeah, soy's a bean. It's a plant. They're all
Fuck,
connected.
dude.
Let's just drink water.
Right.
Does hydrogen have feelings?
Yeah.
So are you thinking about it? Is that why? No,
It's a philosophical thought that comes up. as time goes on, it becomes harder to do.
There's a certain level of hypocrisy that we're able to just bank and accept, and you have to judge your hypocrisy levels.
Yeah.
Like your phone, this is made by fucking slave kids. Why are you cool with this? Why are you cool with this?
I know, dude. Why'd you even say that, man?
You bringing it up,
dude.
This is a testament to you got to pick what you're okay with. So if you're okay with consuming animals sometimes,
that's true.
You got to pick.
Or there can be just a completely different revelation and revolution in our minds, and then we just stop all of it.
Well, go veg then. I want you to try it. Try it for a week.
Go to the earth and we just mine our own food, make our own food. You know what I mean? No electricity. Just go back to the old days.
Yeah, it's just who's gonna stitch your lip when you fall out of a bunk bed?
Yeah, you're right. I need to.
You need it. Yeah, you need to be. We need future.
I just
I know it's hard. Well, what are you getting pressure to switch?
No, I'm not getting pressure, but it's like interesting. Like we went to a Hope.
Yeah.
You ever been there?
No, but I've seen it a million times.
Yeah. You know who told me about it was the Englishman. What's his name? The talk show host.
Oh, James Corden.
Yeah, Corden told me.
You've got to go to Hope.
Yeah, you got to go to Hope. When he produced the show I was on, and we were talking about my area where I lived, and he was like, "You got to go to Hope."
Is he vegetarian?
I think so. But so when I go there, I'm always going, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah.
It's good food.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
This is lying to yourself for a girl. I'm worried.
Well, he's gonna keep eating meat.
Yeah.
You gonna give up bulgogi?
Oh shit! Why'd you say that, son?
I know it gets you horny.
I love bulgogi, dog.
You gonna give that up? You gonna give up Korean barbecue? That's like your wettest adventure.
Dig, bruh. Yeah, you're right, man.
Can't.
I can't do it.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm just a hypocrite.
You're allowed.
We're hypocrites.
No, it's not.
We lie. We live in a lie.
But it's not hypocritical to eat meat. It's hypocritical to tell other people not to eat meat and then you do it. But you don't do that.
Right.
You don't say shit to other people. People make their choices.
Yeah, when you're vegetarian, I go, enjoy.
Wonderful. No judgment.
But they don't do it back.
Well, they judge us.
They look at us and they go.
Vegetarians to meat eaters are the way that San Francisco is to Los Angeles sometimes. Where they're like,
I get it, but I don't.
Where they're like, L.A.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And we're all like, I love San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh really?
And also, I have my car window in place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nobody's
It's smashed in.
Nobody's pooping in my car right.
Let me know if you're using the app. What can I get for you?
I'm using the app.
I'll need your 4-digit code.
DN16.
One moment, please. Thanks for your mobile order. Please pull forward to the pay window. Let me know if you have homework. What can I get for you?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you have that bacon, egg, and cheese bagel?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Alright, pull it forward and we'll bring it right out.
We'll bring it out and just pull it forward to the railing.
Okay.
going up there this weekend.
Oh, you're doing Cobb's?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I love San Francisco.
Yeah, me too.
I have so much fun every time I go.
We never did our show in San Francisco, huh?
Did we?
No, we Bad Friends never went to San Francisco.
No, well then we should do.
Let's just do one off. Let's do one San Francisco one.
I'm so down.
Let's do it.
Because I love it up there.
That'll be fun. What's this news?
Can I tell you something before we move?
Yeah.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I had a great time in Scotland.
Oh yeah, tell me about your adventures.
It was amazing. I had a wonderful time. People are great. The food is, and I mean this with every ounce of my heart,
Great.
the worst food I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It was unfucking real. You could be a vegetarian there because you can't fucking eat it.
Let me guess. A lot of potatoes.
No, dude, it's okay. When you get meat, and somebody told me, I don't know if this is true, but because of mad cow disease maybe swept through there years ago and that was a popularity, they cook meat it's not even fucking, it's burnt to a place where you're like, is this a character from a Batman movie?
What Bane would eat it.
Fuck am I eating?
What are you talking about?
No, it looks all right.
It looks like
Two-Face's face.
Did you ever see this? So you know that new Matt Reeves Batman?
Yeah.
Okay. This is amazing. So they cut out a Joker suit. Do you know that?
No.
Right? Where what's his Barry Keoghan?
Barry Keoghan.
Keoghan, yeah. It's fucking amazing. And the Joker's face in it looks like the meat from Scotland. Yeah. So try to Google what he looks like in the
deleted scene.
Yeah. They're at the end. Go toward the end of the scene. Right? While he's leaving. Right there. That's perfect. Is that what the meat looks like?
100%. That's the meat in Scotland.
That's the meat in Scotland. When you go home, watch that scene.
And that looks a little bit more tender than the meat in Scotland.
Oh, really?
But I think it was just the food was just fucking unbearable. We had fish and chips like 7 times. And so, okay.
But it must be the best fish and chips you've ever had.
No. Of course
I love fish and chips.
I know, but we do there's
Long time.
You can get it anywhere.
All right.
And then they had haggis. I had haggis for the first time.
What's it? What is it?
Go to eat haggis!
What's haggis?
Eat your haggis! It's fucking gross. It actually tastes good, but it's fucking gross. It's ground up organs. Go up to the description. I think it's organ meat, ground up and spiced and flavored. Zoom in there. It's a savory pudding containing sheep's pluck minced with chopped onion oatmeal. Yeah, it's like minced meat.
Yuck!
Encased in the animal's stomach, artificial cake. Yeah. Haggis.
There's no Nobu there?
Yeah, I asked. That was the first thing I said when we landed in Edinburgh. I said, where's Nobu?
Because when I was in Hungary, Budapest, every night I ate the Nobu.
Yeah,
I just knew you were going to get a good meal.
The meals were just weird, and it just was not what I wanted. Couldn't get a good old-fashioned blend.
Go to France.
Yeah.
Next time.
No, it's good.
Where's the good European cities to get food? France.
All of them.
Italy.
London.
Spain. London.
Everywhere.
Right. Maybe not Eastern European.
No, I'd love some. Are you kidding me? I'd love some. What am I thinking of?
I have no idea.
Well, I went to Czech Republic, Prague. Prague had great food.
You went to Prague?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Why do you think the women over there are so beautiful? The Eastern European women are the prettiest women on the planet.
I know.
Aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, they're like the prettiest women on the planet.
Yeah, you can tell their daughters when they're American, then they'll be hot.
Oh.
Because when they come over here, it's like there's something off. Like, whenever there's a hot girl on Hinge and it says Ukraine, it's like, okay, that doesn't count.
You don't support Ukraine.
No, I'm just not going to support.
Carl, what the fuck are you talking about?
Come on, Carl. Right now,
explain yourself.
Yeah.
You're saying what you're
saying. When you have a girl, she's super hot, and then you see, oh, she's not American. It's a whole thing with her.
Why? What is that?
What is it?
It's like
because she has PTSD from the war.
No, it's like they'll like think you're cool. Like you need the American.
That's why.
You need the American one. You need to be validated with you.
That affects the hotness.
Yeah, only like Italy or Spain. But if it's like Bulgaria or something, it's like I'm not fucking with that. It could be like a sex trafficking thing too. You never know.
Could it be?
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
What if it's just a girl from there that's coming here to? You're talking.
Which website that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. Yeah. You keep showing me this.
Oh, like you don't know.
What's her name? What's her name? Yeah.
Deegan.
What is it?
Just
tell me.
Delaney.
Delaney.
I'll remember that now because there was an old bar on Santa Monica Boulevard called Delaney's, and I think it's closed. Look over that's closed. Sorry about that. Hey, you're bad. I've been bad all day. I'm so tired. I'm still on jet lag. I'm so fucked up still.
Where's my pill, dude? Rhino.
Yeah, get him his Rhino pill. Do you not want to be on camera handing him?
Yeah, just throw it on the table here.
No, keep the change. Yeah, you keep the change. That's how it goes.
You keep the change. That's how it works.
That's how it works, Delaney.
Delaney, that's how it works.
Yeah, the change.
He spent some.
She kept it? Oh, fired. She didn't know.
Just keep it.
We'll take it. Let's roll.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you for being a bad friend.
How did you start to follow this story, and what was your reporting like? I understand there were trips to Idaho, Pennsylvania, hundreds of interviews.
Right. I first really heard about the story in any detail around the Thanksgiving table up in Connecticut just days after the murder. People started talking about it, and I hadn't paid too much attention to it. And the more they talked about it, I was pretty interested. It was a murder filled with perplexities. Nothing was known. And I thought this might be an interesting story to investigate. I called up Braden Carter, or emailed him, who ran Airmail, and I said Braden, who I'd worked for a while at Vanity Fair, and he's an old acquaintance and a wonderful.
President Biden held a news conference on the sidelines of the NATO summit and fielded questions about his fitness to serve another term.
I'm in this to complete the job I started.
Will his performance at the news conference buy some time in his own party?
I'm Sasha Pfeiffer, that's A. Martinez, and this is Up First from NPR News. A new NPR poll finds President Biden did not lose support from voters after the debate, but margins between the two candidates remain razor thin. How are voters deciding who to choose in November?
And Israel has ordered the total evacuation of the largest city in Gaza, potentially displacing hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. Many families have refused to leave. Meanwhile, the U.S. will resume sending 500-pound bombs to Israel. Shipments had been paused over concerns about civilian casualties. Stay with us. We've got the news you need to start your day.
This message comes from NPR sponsor SK Group. SK is committed to creating a better future. From building EV batteries in Georgia to advancing AI memory solutions in California and along the East Coast, developing innovative medicines that enhance the lives of patients. SK companies and communities across the country are investing in American manufacturing and creating the jobs of the future. For more about SK's commitment to innovation, transformation, and next-generation technologies, visit sk.com.
This message comes from NPR sponsor, the Capital One Venture X Card. Earn unlimited 2x miles on everything you buy. Plus, get access to a $300 annual credit for bookings through Capital One Travel. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Details at CapitalOne.com.
This message comes from NPR sponsor Shopify, the global commerce platform that helps you sell and show up exactly the way you want to. Customize your online store to your style. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/upfirst.
President Biden's fitness for office has been questioned since that debate 2 weeks ago, and that scrutiny has not eased up.
No, it hasn't. Many fellow Democrats have asked him to remove his name from the November ballot, and Democrats and Republicans alike were closely watching a news conference last night where Biden early on made this stumble.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be Vice President, but I think she's not qualified to be President.
Of course, he meant to say Vice President Harris.
There were also a lot of questions about whether Harris would be a better candidate this time around. NPR White House correspondent Asma Khalid was there. Wow, must-see TV yesterday, Asma. What did the president say last night?
Well, he said a lot, he doesn't do a whole lot of solo press conferences. This was, in fact, the first one that he did since last year. It was substantive. He took questions from a total of 11 reporters, including myself. He spoke for nearly an hour. And I will say a lot of the questions centered around his presidential candidacy and whether he ought to drop out or whether he'd allow for his pledged delegates at the Democratic convention to potentially vote for someone else. Here's how he answered that.
And so tomorrow, if all of a sudden I show up at the convention, everybody says we want somebody else, that's the democratic process. It's not going to happen.
I think broadly he made it clear that he's staying in this presidential race. I asked him directly about something that he said back during the 2020 campaign. He had referred to himself as a bridge candidate, a transition to a younger generation of Democrats. He insisted that the gravity of the situation had changed. He said he would not drop out of the race even if his team hypothetically showed him that his Vice President Kamala Harris could fare better against Trump.
Okay, now there was a lot at stake for President Biden last night, so how do you do?
Well, there was that notable stumble you mentioned right out of the gate where he misspoke about his vice president. Earlier in the day, also at a NATO event, he mistakenly referred to Ukraine's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, as President Putin. I was in the room for that, and I will say it was visibly awkward, where a number of European leaders were on stage and people in the room gasped. But throughout the press conference itself, Biden, he remained calm. He didn't lose his temper, even when he was asked some personal questions, like whether he ought to have more neurological testing or whether he was bringing down the standing of the United States in the world. I will say, there were a lot of eyes, as we all know, on Biden last night, and the big question was whether this debate performance would exacerbate or alleviate Democratic angst in the Democratic Party.
Okay, so on that, Asma, did this buy him some time with his own party?
I think we'll have to see how the party responds in the coming hours. Will one presser really alleviate the concerns from that poor debate? I don't know. After the debate, another congressman publicly said for the first time that Biden should step down. That's Jim Himes of Connecticut. He's the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. He said he did not think Biden could beat Trump. The president is headed to the key battleground state of Michigan today for a campaign event. He's got a big TV interview on Monday. A lot of eyes are going to be on him for every event and interview that he's giving in the coming days. And a key question I have is if the performance last night is sufficient for Biden's team, if it sort of emboldens him, while at the same time not erasing the concerns people in his party have, which keeps the focus on Biden at a time when Democrats want this election to be focused on their Republican opponent, Donald Trump.
That's NPR's Asma Holland. Thank you very much.
Good to talk to you.
All right, despite President Biden's dismal debate performance 2 weeks ago, the race for the presidency remains unchanged.
That's the big takeaway from a new NPR PBS NewsHour Marist poll out this morning.
Join us to discuss the results of the poll is NPR senior political editor and correspondent Domenico Montanaro. So is all that Democratic angst unfounded?
Well, there's still a lot for Democrats to be concerned about, clearly, with the way Biden's able to present himself. But despite that bad debate performance, as you noted, and the multiple Democratic members who now say they're worried about Biden at the top of the ticket, the race is statistically unchanged, according to our poll. It found that Biden actually gained a point from last month's Marist survey when it was 49-49, dead heat between him and Trump. Now it's Biden ever so narrowly ahead, 50-48. Biden does slip a little when third parties are introduced, with Trump ahead by just 1 point. But listen to what we're talking about here. 2 points, 1 point, all of that is within the poll's margin of error, as this race has been the entire time. And that's maybe the biggest conclusion here, that nothing has really changed wildly since the debate.
So how is he doing this?
Well, President Biden is buoyed by older voters and college-educated white voters in particular. This was true before the debate. It appears they've mostly stuck with him. And this is different than 2020 when Trump won college-educated white men, for example. These groups, in large measure, dislike Trump a lot. Importantly, they are among the highest propensity voters. They vote at some of the highest rates of any group. So unlike with other groups Biden is struggling with, for example, younger voters, non-white voters, they're not likely to stay home, this group. With younger voters and non-white voters, especially younger Latino and black men, it isn't so much Biden versus Trump as it is Biden versus the couch.
And Domenico, other surveys have found that President Biden has slipped a little bit. So how do we square all of these things together?
Well, what pollsters say, and we all know this, is we're in a really hyper-polarized landscape. People have very locked-in views of both of these men. Even though other national surveys, you're seeing the difference, really be so marginal. Our poll and others generally have about a 3 to 4 point margin of error, meaning the results could be 3 points higher, could be 3 points lower. We can't tell how other polls are being conducted or weighting, their surveys, but they might be conducting them somewhat slightly differently. Within our poll, the one thing that is really important and notable is that 2/3 of Americans say what's more concerning is to have a president who does not tell the truth than to have one who's too old to do the job. 68% said that not telling the truth was a bigger problem. So even though we certainly saw in the survey that a majority of people think Biden doesn't have the mental fitness to be president, majorities say he does have the character to be president, when a majority say that Trump does not.
All right, so if it winds up not being President Biden, what do the polls say about the other potential Democratic replacements?
Yeah, this was really interesting because everyone does about the same as Biden. California Governor Gavin Newsom did exactly the same as Biden, 50 to 48 when we tested him. Vice 9 over Trump. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer was tied. Newsom did slightly better with independents than Harris and Whitmer, and he's been on Fox News quite a bit, so there might be some exposure there to those voters. Of course, any of those candidates certainly have more of a capability of prosecuting the case against former President Trump coherently and defending themselves, and that's something that Biden has really struggled with, and a big reason why so many Democrats, who want him to step aside, say that he should.
NPR political correspondent Domenico Montanaro, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Palestinian civilians who fled parts of Gaza City in the past 2 weeks are returning to find very little left of their homes.
They had evacuated after the Israeli military renewed its operations in what is the largest city in Gaza. At the same time, the U.S. is lifting a pause it had put on weapons shipments a month ago.
NPR's Hadil Al-Shalchi joins us now from Tel Aviv. The Israeli military announced it had withdrawn from districts in Gaza City. So what happened?
So while intense urban combat, including Israeli airstrikes, continues in other parts of Gaza City, the Israeli military announced yesterday that it had left the district of Shujaiya, where it launched an offensive which lasted 2 weeks. The Shujaiya Civil Defense said that more than 60 Palestinians were killed, among them many women, and the Israeli military said it had killed dozens of militants in their operation and destroyed a number of tunnels. Now, Gaza City has seen numerous Israeli ground invasions since the beginning of the war in October, and about 300,000 Palestinians remained in the north during the last operation. This has been a pattern, though, in the war, where the Israeli military declares victory over Hamas and withdraws from towns just for it to re-enter, saying that Hamas has regrouped.
Okay, and then what are those Palestinians who did evacuate? What are they seeing when they come back?
Give me one moment, I'll be right with you. Okay.
You can go ahead with your order.
Let's see. I'll take a number 1 medium.
What's the drink?
Coke, please.
Alright.
And, I'll try this Royal Crispy Wrap, the new Philly.
Alright.
That's all.
It'll be 1314, first window you roll.
Thanks.
Well.
How's it going today?
Good, how you doing?
Not bad.
Good.
It's Friday.
And that's true.
I'll see you. No thanks.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You have a great day.
You too. Man, I haven't had Burger King in a long time. And I didn't have lunch, so I'm kind of hangry.
Utter devastation. The Shujaiya Civil Defense said that the neighborhood is uninhabitable. They said almost 120,000 Palestinians are now homeless. The 790 clinic was destroyed and was supervised services to almost 6,000 Palestinians. Civil Defense also reports that Palestinian rescue teams are finding bodies that seem to have bled out, strewn across roads, that whole neighborhoods have turned into rubble and dust. And the Civil Defense says that they're having a hard time pulling out bodies that are stuck under the rubble of buildings, and some of them are entire families.
And what's happening in other parts of Gaza City?
So 2 days ago, the Israeli military told Palestinians in Gaza City that they could use routes it had provided if they chose to leave the area. The head of the Gaza Civil Defense said they aren't able to access certain areas because of snipers on rooftops. The thing is, this time, we didn't see that large exodus of Palestinians evacuating Gaza City as we have in previous attacks. We spoke to Fatma Dama. She is a freelance journalist in North Gaza near the Jabaliya district, and she said that while her family told her to leave, she said, what's the point? Dama says, since nowhere is safe, I'd rather die at home. At least I'm familiar with my neighborhood.
Wow. And now U.S. officials say that they're going to be sending a large number of weapons withheld from Israel, but not all of them, right?
That's right. The Biden administration announced yesterday that it's going to go ahead and send a shipment of 500-pound bombs to Israel that it had paused because the U.S. was concerned about Israeli military operations in Rafah, in the south of Gaza. Now, if you were following, in early May, the U.S. warned Israel against a full incursion in Rafah. Because of the risk to civilians, about 1 million Palestinians were sheltering there. The shipment at the time included 800 2,000-pound bombs, which are still going to be withheld.
That's NPR's Hadil Al-Shalchi. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And that's Up First for Friday, July 12th. I'm E. Martinez.
And I'm Sasha Pfeiffer. And don't forget, Up First airs on the weekend, too. Aisha Roscoe and Scott Simon have the news. It'll be here in this feed or wherever you get your podcasts.
Today's episode of Up First was edited by Dana Farrington, Roberta Rampton, Mark Katkov, Janaea Williams, and Alice Wolfley. It was produced by Ziad Butch, Ben Abrams, and Katie Klein. We get engineering support from Arthur Laurent, and our technical director is Carly Strange. Join us again on Monday.
Want to hear this podcast without sponsor breaks? Amazon Prime members can listen to Up First sponsor-free through Amazon Music. Or you can also support NPR's vital journalism and get Up First Plus at plus.npr.org. That's plus.npr.org.
This message is brought to you by NPR sponsor Lisa in collaboration with West Elm. Discover the new natural hybrid mattress, expertly crafted from natural latex and certified safe foams, designed with your health and the planet in mind. Visit leesa.com to learn more.
This message comes from NPR sponsor Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, inflation is everywhere. So Mint Mobile is offering premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. To get your new phone plan for just $15, go to mintmobile.com/switch.
Hear ye, hear ye. It's the 41st running of the Kings Royal at El Torres Speedway. The biggest party in Ernest Tag, July 17th through 20th. Thousands of race fans, a city of campers, the greatest sprint car action this world has ever seen. for the first time ever, watch the High Limit Star Sniper on Torres Speedway for the Joker's jackpot. High Limit versus World of Outlaws. Call the Torres Speedway box office at 937-338-3815 or get tickets online at eltorrespeedway.com.
Uh-oh. Clementine, stop. Oh my gosh, sorry.
She has thoughts.
From the New York Times, I'm Sabrina Tavares, and this is The Daily. Over the past decade, the cost of veterinary care in the U.S. has skyrocketed, as healthcare for pets has come to look more like healthcare for people. Today, my colleague Katie Thomas on how vet care became a multi-billion-dollar industry and the fraught emotional and financial landscape it has created for pet owners. It's Friday, July 12th. Katie, welcome to our Friday episode.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So Katie, you recently wrote about something that I, as a pet owner, and a lot of people on this team, also pet owners, can relate to, and that is that the cost of veterinary care has skyrocketed. Tell me how you came to this story.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, my family and I, we got a new dog. We got a puppy, and his name is Roscoe.
Aww.
And he did great. You know, the first year, he was a very healthy little dog. And then when he was about a year and a half old, he got very sick. And we learned that he had been born with a very serious liver defect. And our vet referred us to a bigger animal hospital. And that's kind of when I entered this world. That's like a new level of veterinary care that I hadn't realized existed. So as I was navigating this, I was wearing two hats. You know, one was just as a pet owner and trying to figure out the right treatment for my dog. And then the other hat I was wearing is as the healthcare reporter, which is my full-time job. So I kept on noticing a lot of aspects of the veterinary world that to me were starting to feel very, very similar to the human healthcare world that I cover. And as I started looking into this, I started learning just how much money there is now in the veterinary industry, and also how expensive this care has become over the last couple of decades. I learned that very quickly these bills can start adding up to $5,000, $10,000, even $15,000.
And how much have prices actually increased? I mean, it seems to me like a huge amount, but what are the numbers there?
So, as we know, prices for all kinds of things are going up because we've seen inflation over the last couple of years. But vet care prices have risen much faster than the overall rate of inflation. My colleagues and I actually ran the numbers. And in the last decade, the price of services has risen about 30%. And in that same period, veterinary care has gone up by more than 60%.
Why is that, Katie? I mean, that's the question here, right? What's going on?
So when I started reporting this out, I found that there were a number of factors that were contributing, and they're all intertwined. One is just that the culture of owning a pet has changed. More and more people are owning pets, and you know, there's different surveys, but anywhere between like 60 to 70% of American households have a pet. And as those of us who do have pets know, we kind of see them more and more as members of the family. You know, I mean, one example is like dogs used to live outside, right, or sleep in a garage or something. And now there's this one survey that I found that almost half of Americans sleep with their pet.
I would never do that, Katie.
No, none of us would. And we just need to walk into any pet store to see, you know, how much money people are spending on pets for cute outfits, birthday cookies. When you go away, you don't just leave them in a kennel, but they're now dog hotels. You know, there's this fancy one near me where, like, they have a view of the Chicago River. You know, you can pay extra for a river view.
Okay, I would never leave my dog in a dog hotel, though I did just send her to a boarding place where she got a bunch of training when I was on vacation. So I am feeling a little sheepish here, but it has gone crazy. I mean, we were talking to the team earlier, and I was saying I was overhearing someone on the street just talking to their friend, having a conversation about dropping her off at daycare, and I couldn't tell whether she was talking about a dog or a child.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so we are all pet owners now, or at least the majority of us are. So that bigger demand for services presumably causes prices to rise. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, that's a part of it, but the big driver is also that there's just been these remarkable advances in medicine for animals. And it's kind of like what I saw with my own puppy. Historically, vets would help with really kind of basic things like a cut on a paw or deworming or spaying and neutering. But for anything life-threatening like cancer or something like that, really the only option that they had available to them was to put the animals to sleep and to give them a humane death. But over the last decade, there's just been huge leaps in what we can do for our pets. There's been big steps in cancer care, very intricate and involved surgery, dermatology. There's been some really big new drugs for dogs in particular to help with skin allergies. You know, there's physical therapy. There's just so many options now available to pet owners to help their animals live longer and better lives. Like, for example, I spoke to this one vet who she's been working since the 1990s, and she told me this story about how her father was a human doctor. And back then, what she would do is she had a lot of dachshunds. Dachshunds often have bad backs, and she would sneak them into the human hospital after hours and into the MRI machine so she could check them out. And today, she has an MRI machine, and, you know, many animal hospitals have MRI machines for animals.
So that's really a measure of how things have changed even since the 1990s.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing and great that we have these options available for our pets. But it also costs a lot of money to do all of this new stuff. Which brings me to another big change that I found in my reporting, which is this has become very appealing to big businesses. Because just remember, historically, veterinary offices were small businesses, and they were staffed by animal lovers, not business people. And that has made it an enticing target for investors because they see an opportunity there.
Okay, so big business spots an opportunity here. So what happens?
So basically, big companies and private equity firms start buying up small chains and individual clinics. They pretty much go on an acquisition spree. One big example is the conglomerate Mars, which is probably best known for selling candy and also pet food.
Little known fact, Mars is also a big dog food manufacturer, not just a candy bar maker.
Yes, it makes a lot of different dog foods, and it's been in the pet world for a long time. But over the last several years, they've also bought up the big veterinary chain VCA. They also own Banfield, which is in a lot of the PetSmarts, which is a big pet store chain. They also own a specialty hospital chain called Blue Pearl. And then in addition to that, a lot of private equity-backed firms have been buying small individual practices. That trend really peaked in 2021, for example. And so the situation that we have today is that a quarter of all primary care vet clinics are now owned by corporations, and 3/4 of specialty hospitals are owned by companies.
And Katie, how does this consolidation, you know, in some cases 3/4 of all clinics owned by big companies, how does that affect these high prices we've been talking about?
Well, I spoke to a number of vets who have worked in these corporate-owned clinics, and what they told me is that they are under increasing pressure to do things that basically drive up the cost of care for pet owners. Some examples that they gave me is they felt increasingly stressed and pressured to see more animals per day. Others told me, you know, to a certain extent, veterinarians have always had some of their pay tied to how much revenue they bring into the practice, but at these corporate-owned clinics,
the pressure is even greater. They were being asked to order more tests, or one veterinarian that I spoke to said, that she was told she needs to get her cost per client higher, or someone else said that someone needed training on getting a pet owner to yes. These are high pressure sales tactics that, you really don't expect to see in a vet office, and some of these vets that I spoke to said that they felt pretty uncomfortable with that as well.
So now there's this doubt, right? It's like, is my vet recommending this thing because my dog should have this thing, or is my vet recommending this thing because he needs to make a different bottom line than he used to?
Right, and when I spoke to vets, they were very clear that they only provide the care that they think is best for that particular animal. But there's no denying that these incentives and pressures are there. And they say that there's a lot of factors that pet owners don't always appreciate. One of them is they're very forward, public-facing, kind of almost like a retail store. They get Google reviews, Yelp reviews, and so they're very worried about
Business is booming. Spooky Nook, Hamilton.